So another piece for time management that I typically do at the beginning of the school year is I will take a spot in my room. Now, sometimes it could be the front of a shelf, it could be the side of a shelf, and I split it into 3 categories. Things that must be done today, things that must be done by the end of the week, and things that must be done by like later on. It could be a week later or a month later with a deadline. And I just list those 3 areas, and then I use the fabulous sticky notes. So it's like as things truthfully pop up, I know I'm never going to be able to remember it all at the beginning of the school year. So I jot it down and I physically go stick it where it belongs. Is it something I have to do by the end of the day, the end of the week, or is there a deadline? If there's a deadline, I put a quick little date on it so that way I know when that deadline is, and I go back to those items and I start pulling them off, and I get to crumple them up and recycle them, which is so nice because then it means it's done. But then sometimes I'm overwhelmed by things, so it doesn't matter if you're using line sticky notes or a fun little to-do pad, and eventually that turns into where I can utilize things in the Outlook. You have a taskbar, and so I start putting letters. So like M is for Monday. These are things that need to be done on Monday. T for Tuesday, W for Wednesday. If there's a date, I start putting those dates, because as we continue through the school year, there's less and less crazy. And so I'm not reliant on my sticky notes anymore. I can roll that over to a digital piece.
I have a calendar that I write in on daily, like see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's not there. I've got stuff for tomorrow. I like to remind myself that I want to grade, and then at the end of the week enter grades, because I could have a whole beautiful thing full of paper grades and they're not in the computer, and that's not helping parents. Things that I don't do, I just move on over. Mostly a to-do list and things that are happening. I like to write what we're working on, just in case I have a moment. I started grade every day after school, but then I started putting it down there. My data trackers, I do those once a week, because then I remember what we did. Did we have a test? Did we not have a test? For my 504s and that sort of thing. Anyway, I like the paper calendar. I do have stuff online, but I don't look at it as often. And also emails. I do check my emails before school. I check them during planning, and then I check them quickly after school. But I don't check them at home. I don't have them on my phone. I am a big communicator, so I would be bogged down in answering right away. And that's not really a good precedent to set with parents, because then it's more like a text conversation, and you want to just set some boundaries for yourself. So also, I've gotten like mad emails before, and I read them like at 6 p.m. and then I can't sleep because I can't resolve it. So I don't do that. That's very, very rare, but when it does happen, that's all you can think about. So I also have where we turn things in, and then when I get a moment, but I haven't had this class yet today, but I like to keep them empty. This is just from today, because we did a lot of assessment today, but I just group them together in the order that I want to grade them, and I'll just grade them really quickly after school. That way I have immediate feedback for the kids tomorrow. This is where the kids organize their stuff, and if I need to put anything in there, I can. My computer, this is my daily stuff for the kids for teaching. So every day it gets changed out. That's my spiral review, problem solving, daily copies. Today we were working on regrouping with addition and subtraction. We actually only got through addition. We'll do subtraction tomorrow. So it's already in there, ready to go. We had a end of concept, end of teak, really, for matter. This is my win time. I know these are the kids I need to work on with rounding. And I'll do a quick lesson like on the carpet. My table is on the carpet, so anyway. And then input output table. So all that's ready for me. So I don't have to scramble about that. This is actually for the kids, but this is my data drawers. This is my first class. It has all of their folders in it. They do keep their own data in their folders, but we do it together because I've had them do it on their own in the past, and they're not, they're overconfident in their goals and then they don't meet them, and then they're not overconfident. So working together is better. I also print off. This is from Lead Forward, and it's the kids student learning report. If you just print it out, it gives you the standards and what they need to know for each unit. And then that way you can make sure, like this child has gotten both of them. Those are the assessments we use. And then I can see, like, I haven't assessed this child. And there's sometimes when they don't have any checks. But then I can just look through it real quick and know who I need to meet with to clear up any stuff. I have a drawer for things like if I didn't use this stuff today, I'd put it in here. I always have a couple extra copies, and then at the end of the unit, I 3-hole punch them, and I have these binders over here. These are just everything from the district lesson plans, and also things I find on my own. Like this, we do this every time, but now I have a copy to remember to do it. I have games, just stuff that I found other places for enrichment. Also, these are all exit tickets. Well, that's number of the day, so that's not true. Geometry, exit tickets. I have the standards, all the standards. So these kind of things are, I know they're online, but then I'm not going to find where it is online. It's right here in paper and not in a filing cabinet, because that's where stuff just gets shoved like a junk drawer. Other than that, I don't know that there's anything else. Okay.